These fatherless negative pro-black cowardly men want to unite based on anything. Even if it is negativity towards black women. They feel as long as they have common ground among men, they can attack the weak and extinguish the women and men. They generalize and categorize. They say that it is the white men that is the enemy. And that all white men in the middle of a black issue are the ones trying to separate and divide us, which is not always the case. If that was the case, then all of the black men are already self-aware of their situation. So these black men know what not to do to get themselves caught up in a web or situation that they know the system has no tolerance for. But instead all I hear is excuses. Saying they can't turn down pussy. Saying that they will continue to date hood rats because that is all that they are surrounded by. Not holding themselves accountable for their actions and sexual encounters. Not wearing a condom. Not wanting to have a family but are quick to put a seed in a woman based on how she looks. Running away from their manhood while searching YouTube to learn how to be a man from men that no woman wants. Grown folks that are capable to differentiate her placing the blame on another race with a racist tone while refusing to unite us as a whole race to stand together and put away our petty differences. These men that call themselves black leaders or compare themselves to the real black leaders cannot live up to the real black leaders that knew there was a chance of losing their life in the fight to be accepted, to overcome someday, and not be segregated. The men that try to imitate that and give our once living real black leaders are trying to erase the message that these men have died for and try to mark their place in history by creating a problem themselves and trying to fix it to look like the hero. Our real black leaders tried to put an end to some of the racism that our people were receiving. My real brothers, I encourage you all to awaken from these liars among us. Love your women. And treat them with love. They're all we have. These men that are screaming to boycott black women are creating a divide and are a part of the separation genocide agenda of our own kind. If you listen to these men that spew hatred in our community, I suggest you listen to them carefully, so that you hear their hate message towards you as well, loud and clear. By no means should a black man ever have the need to disrespect a woman and her child that has never disrespected them, and no black man should abuse or beat their women. You say you love black women one minute and the next you say that they are enemies like the white men. You say that mixed people and children are mites or mulatto and do not black people in such a hateful way. But if you boycott black women, then what kind of children do you expect the black men that you lead to have? They say if you don't stand for something that you will fall for anything, but that saying does not mean stand against our own. You can put your foot down as a man and not tolerate the kind of black women you say you do not like. But do not make it seem as though all of our women are poison. Ask some of these cowardly black men and leaders, are they happy with their so-called black family? And I bet that they will tell you they are. But if they are so happy, then why do they spew such an evil message about women that are irrelevant? The same men that get on YouTube and then leave their home only to entertain what they say that they can't stand. A bunch of undercover down-low homosexual men that are uncomfortable with revealing their true feelings for the same sex. This is why they have such a strong passion and disrespect for women that they do not know, have never met, or even spoken to. They say that we should not want friendships and that all we need are acquaintances or associates. Which sounds like someone with a social issue wanting you to be as miserable and lonely as they are. Love one another, this I beg of you all. Together we shall stand and divided we shall fall. Just make sure that we stand for the rights of people as well as our community, and I promise you that others will care in return. They say you treat others the way you would want to be treated. And I cannot disagree with that logic. Educate yourself, and if you cannot educate yourself, then I suggest you start asking people with a sound mind and common sense some questions. Some of our black men are afraid to admit when they're wrong or when they have wronged someone. So when they move in the wrong direction, they get stuck there because of too much pride and ego. They say forgive and move on, while they continue to spew their message of hate. They say that they won't stop this message and want to punt this message of anger, regret, neglect, baggage, fear, and rejection, so that we can become as brainwashed as they are, to continue to walk on a serpentine path. There is no such thing as half-truths, my brothers. There is only the truth and a lie. If someone you know talks what sounds good to thee, then that means they're trying to manipulate. They are speaking half-truths in order to gain common ground with you, to fool you, much like the devil would, to infiltrate your temple with a genocidal message because of personal scorn. Never trust a person that is too indecisive in their words that contradict. They are not meant to be leaders because they do not know the path or direction in which they're headed. They are just lost and hateful beings that in spite of what they have been through still do not understand how to correct their failures. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And all I am saying is simply do not teach our people to repeat those same common stereotypes that many of us live by every single day. Black men need to learn to stop enabling such negative women and men. Stop going to strip clubs blowing thousands of dollars while your wife, girlfriend, or the mother of your child and children sit at home with unpaid bills and no food. Stop getting women pregnant for selfish personal reasons, holding her back just because she looks good and you want to cuff her. Stop showing up to court unprepared in a dispute about child support. Stop having unprotected sex with any and every woman. Stop speaking about the women you have a disliking for. Stop feeling as if you're entitled to an easy life like women when the Bible explained to men that we have to live and work hard. And maybe if most of you stop acting like a woman and stand up on your own 2 feet, 10 toes down, then maybe, just maybe, you can find some sort of joy. Separate yourself from these environments that surround you with bad people or bad women. This is it for my video. And as always, remember to turn the media off.